मोबाइल वर कर ना. Hello everyone. Am I audible? Hello everyone. Am I audible? Please let me know if I'm audible. Okay, okay. So let's start with the same, that is, we had started up something with ICSE 10 standard practice for English language. Okay, since you know that the pattern was changed this year and the ICSE Council is going to conduct up the exams in 2 semesters, and the first semester is about to start on 29th of November, the first paper being English language. On our channel, we have already solved 2 test papers on English language. So this is the third one. I welcome you all and I also request you all to participate actively. Keep this session an interactive one so that you will learn a lot and this will help you for sure. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe and your suggestions and welcome some and suggestions and comments are most welcome. So here we start with, so maximum marks for this are 40. The time allowed is 1 hour inclusive of the reading time. All questions are compulsory. The marks intended for questions are given in the brackets. You have to select the correct option for each of the questions. Now, question number 1, you have to read the passage carefully and answer the questions that follow. Now, since I know most of you might be on the mobile, I would not expect you to read. I would surely read it for you, so please pay attention. Sustainable fishing guarantees there will be populations of ocean and freshwater wildlife for the future. Aquatic environments are home to countless species of fish and invertebrates, most of which are consumed as food. Others are harvested for economic reasons, such as oysters that produce pearls used in the jewelry. Seafood is respected all over the world in many diverse cultures as an important source of protein and healthy fats. For thousands of years, people have fished to feed families and local communities. Demand for seafood and advances in technology have led to fishing practices that are depleting fish and shellfish populations around the world. Fishers remove more than 77 billion kilograms, that is 170 billion pounds of wildlife from the sea each year. Scientists fear that continuing to fish at this rate may soon result in a collapse of the world's fisheries. In order to continue relying on the ocean as an important food source, economists and conservationists say we will need to employ sustainable fishing practices. There are ways to fish sustainably, allowing us to enjoy seafood while ensuring that populations remain for the future. In many indigenous cultures, people have fished sustainably for thousands of years. Today's sustainable fishing practices reflect some lessons learned from these cultures. In the Philippines, the Tagbanua people have traditionally employed fishing practices that simultaneously harvest and maintain fish populations. They continue to follow these practices today. Tagbanuas fish for specific species only during certain times of the year determined by tides and the moon, allowing fish stocks to replenish themselves. They set aside certain areas such as coral reefs as protected spots in which fishing is prohibited. When they do fish these traditional fishers primarily use hook and line methods, catching only what they need to feed themselves and their communities. A 2007 study lauded traditional Tagbanua practices as a way to prevent injury and death to local Irrawaddy dolphins, which become entangled in more modern fishing gear like nets and traps. Many individuals, communities, and nations continue to rely on fish and other aquatic life as a source of food and raw materials. To maintain the fish stocks, overfishing and bycatch must be reduced through fisheries management. The goal of fisheries management is to develop regulations based on scientific data. Fishing for bluefin tuna, for instance, is highly regulated in the United States. Fishers may only catch this species with a rod and reel or hand thrown harpoon. This regulation ensures they may only catch one fish at a time. To be taken from the ocean, a fish must measure at least 185 centimeters, that is 73 inches. The goal of this rule is to give fish a chance to spawn before being caught. In addition, only a certain tonnage of fish may be caught each year. Once that quota is reached, the fishery is closed for the season, Rules like these take into consideration a fish species biology and natural history in order to maintain populations for the future. This paragraph has been extracted from National Geographic Encyclopedia, an article on sustainable fishing. Now we start talking about the questions based on this. Question A. For each word given below, choose the correct meaning as is used in the passage from the options provided. The first word is harvested, and the options are A. Catch or kill animals for human consumption. B. Removed or taken out. C. Grown or gathered. D. Sorry, it has only C options, and your time starts now. So the correct answer for this question is the correct word, which means harvested here in this particular paragraph, is catch or kill animals for human consumption. Now, question number A. For each word given below, you have to choose the correct meaning as used in the passage from the options provided. And the second word given here in this question is employ. And the options given are A. Engage in. B. Recruit. C. Use. So what should be the answer for this question? So the correct answer for this question, that is the word employ here as per the context of this particular passage, means use. Now, question number A, the same question, you have to find out the word which is quite closest to its meaning. And the third one given here, the third word is replenish. And the options given here are A, freshen, B, replace, C, restock. So give me the answer for this question. So the answer here is restock. Okay, it is restock. Now, coming to the next question, number 1B. Why is there a need to employ sustainable fishing practices? And this question is asked for 2 marks. Okay, and the options given here are A, aquatic environments are increasingly becoming more polluted. B, fishers remove more than 700 billion kilograms of wildlife from the sea each year. C, there is speculation that fishing practices that lead to depletion of fish and shellfish population can ruin the world's fisheries. And that's the answer. So there is a need to employ sustainable fishing practices as there is speculation that fishing practices that lead to depletion of fish and shellfish population can ruin the world's fisheries. Question number C. What solution does the author contemplate to combat overexploitation of fisheries? Even this question is asked for 2 marks, and the possible options here are A, to learn from some indigenous cultures about sustainable fishing practices, B, to draw lessons from conservationists who employ sustainable fishing practices, C, to follow the ways of the Tegbenua people. And the correct answer for this question is to learn from some indigenous cultures about sustainable fishing practices. Coming to the next question, D. What is distinctively unique about the fishing practices of the Tagbenua? A. They fish during certain times of the year only, not at all times. B. They fish for specific species only. C. They fish for certain species during certain times according to the tides and the moon. So the correct answer for this question is C. They fish for certain species during certain times according to the tides and the moon. So this is something which is unique about the fishing practice of the Tegbena. Now, question E. Which of the following practices do the Tagbenuas not follow? Please remember the question asked is not follow. Okay. And the options given are A. They do not fish in all areas. B. They use nets to catch the fish. C. They catch only what they need to feed themselves and their communities. So students, come on, give the answer. The answer here is they use nets to catch fish. This practice is not followed by the Tegbenuas. Now, question F. Which of the following is not a goal of fisheries management? This question is asked for 2 marks, and the options given are A. To preserve fish stocks, B. To reduce bycatch, C. To harvest oysters for commercial purposes. And the correct answer for this question is C, that is to harvest oysters for commercial purposes. Now, coming to the next question G. Which of the following fishing methods is not advocated? This question is also for 2 marks, and the options are A. Use of nets and traps, B. Use of hook and line method, C. Use of the hand thrown harpoon. The correct answer for this question is use of nets and traps. The question H. Which of the following sets of sentences explain the goal of fisheries management? And this question is asked for 5 marks. And here are your options. A. The goal of fisheries management is to develop regulations based on scientific data. For example, fishing for red fin tuna is highly regulated in the US. Fishers are not allowed to use a net or trawlers to catch this fish. They are also not permitted to catch any fish weighing more than 185 centimeters. B. The goal of fisheries management is to develop regulations based on scientific data. For example, the regulation for fishing bluefin tuna includes that no fish measuring less than 185 centimeters can be caught from the ocean. C. The goal of fisheries management is to develop regulations based on scientific data. For example, only 73 tons of bluefin tuna may be caught every year and the fishery is closed for the season once the quota is done. So the correct answer for this question is B. Okay, so the goal of the fisheries management is to develop regulations based on scientific data. For example, the regulation for fishing bluefin tuna includes that no fish measuring less than 185 centimeters can be caught from the ocean. Now, coming to the next, that is question number 2. Question number 2, sub-question A. Fill in the blanks with the correct forms of the words provided after the passage. Okay, and this carries 4 marks. First is my jaw dash into brackets drop when I read a July 19, 2004 article from the International Herald Tribune, and the options given are drops, dropped, had dropped. Now guess what's the answer here? Come on, I want the students to come to certain answers. Well, the answer is dropped. So you have to read it as my jaw dropped when I read a July 19, 2004 article from the International Herald Tribune. Coming to the next dash headline. Want fries with outsourcing? Pull off Interstate Highway 55 near Cape Girardeau, Missouri, and into the drive-through lane of a McDonald's next to the highway, and you will get fast, friendly service, even though the person, of course, this is what is needed. It sounds to be, what you can say, an incomplete sort of for this, right? But you have to mainly focus on this, and the options given are headlines. Headlines is headlines, and the correct answer for this question will be headlined. Headlined won't rise with outsourcing. Coming to the third sentence, dash take your order is not in the restaurant. Even though the person dash takes your order is not in the restaurant, the order taker is in a call center, and your options are to take, be taking, and third, took. So, what should be the answer for this particular question? Come on, answer. Well, the answer for this question will be taking. So even though the person taking your order, okay, taking your order is not in the restaurant, the order taker is in a call center. So this is how you will be completing this here, reading this sentence. That would be perfect. Now coming to the next fourth sentence, dash connect to the customer and to the workers. And your options are connecting, has connected, C option is connected. So what should be your answer for this question? And the correct answer to this question is connecting. Connecting to the customer and to the workers. Question number 5. Dash prepare the food by high speed data lines. And your options are preparing, prepared, to prepare. What should be the answer for this? And the correct answer will be preparing. Preparing the food by high speed data lines. The man who owns the restaurant dash link into brackets link it and 3 other of his franchises to the Colorado call center. And your options are links, has linked, linked. So what should be the answer for this question? Socho? So the correct answer for this question has to be has linked. The man who owns the restaurant has linked it and 3 other office franchises to the Colorado call center. Cheap, quick, and reliable telecommunication lines let the order takers take an electronics snapshot of them. 7th dash into brackets display the order on a screen. And your options are displayed, display, displaying. सोचो क्या रहेगा? Answer should be displaying. So cheap, quick, and reliable telecommunication lines let the order takers take an electronic snapshot of them, displaying the order on a screen. The order is then dash, this eighth fill in the blank into brackets forward to the restaurant kitchen. And your options are forwarding, forwarded, forward. And the correct answer is forwarded. So the order is then forwarded to the restaurant kitchen. Now, Question number B. Choose the correct option to fill in the blanks. Okay, it's a sort of, I guess, do as directed. The art from he the art form he practices has broken dash from being labeled as primitive and conventional. And your options are A, off, B, away, C, out. The correct answer for this question is away. So the art form he practices has broken away from being labeled as primitive and conventional. Question B, choose the correct option. The sub question, that is the second question, is peace talks with the militant leaders broke dash last night, disappointing the state and its people. And the options given are A, down, B, off, C, up. And the correct answer for this question is down. So the peace talks with the militant leaders broke down last night, disappointing the state and its people. Now, the same question B, that is, you have to choose the correct option, and the sub question, that is the third one. The man is distinguished dash a mole on his left cheek. And your options are A, with, B, for, C, by. And the correct answer for this question is by. So the man is distinguished by a mole on his left cheek. Now, question number 4. The houses put dash the market. And your options are off, on. The correct answer for this question is on. The house is put on the market. Now, the next sub question number 5. We came dash many foreign nationals in the city. A, by, B, upon, C, across. The correct answer for this question is across. So we came across many foreign nationals in the city. Sub question 6. Please make sure that you are dash time for the class. Option A, on, B, in, C, at. So please make sure that you are dash time for the class. And the correct answer is on. So please make sure that you are on time for the class. Now, question B, sub question 7. He has an aptitude dash writing good short stories. And your options are A, of, B, to, C, for. So what should be the answer for this question? And the answer is 4. He has an aptitude for writing good short stories. Again, the same question B, sub question 8. Do not dwell dash past mistakes. And your options are A, over, B, on, C, onto. And the correct answer for this question is on. Do not dwell on past mistakes. Now, question C. Choose the correct option to join the following sentences without using and, but, or so. And the first question is, his parents returned on his birthday. He was very pleased. And your options are A. His parents returned on his birthday, for it would please him very much. B. When his parents arrived on his birthday, he was very pleased. C. His parents having returned on his birthday, he was very pleased. And the correct answer for this question is, his parents having returned on his birthday, he was very pleased. Now, question C. Choose the correct option to join the following sentences without using and, but, or so. And the second sub question in the series is, the experiment was a failure. The lab manual was not studied carefully. And your options are A. The lab manual not being studied carefully. The experiment was a failure. B. Notwithstanding that the lab manual was not studied carefully, the experiment was a failure. C. The experiment was a failure since the lab manual had not been studied carefully. So the correct answer for this question is C. The experiment was a failure since the lab manual had not been studied carefully. Question C. Choose the correct option to join the sentences without using and, but, or so. And the third sub question is, I speak the truth. I'm not afraid of it. And your options are, I speak the truth as I'm not afraid of it. B. As I speak the truth, I'm not afraid of it. C. I'm not afraid to speak the truth. And the correct answer for this is, I'm not afraid to speak the truth. Now, question C, once again, choose the correct option to join these sentences without using and, but, or so. And the last sub question in this particular section, my memory is very strong. It does not fail me. And your options are A. My memory is strong enough to not fail me. B. My memory is too strong to fail me. C. My memory is not too weak to fail me. And the correct answer is, my memory is too strong to fail me. Now, question D. Read each sentence with its instructions and choose the correct answer from the options provided beneath each. The first one is, it is time for us to discuss the matter. Begin it. Begin the statement with, it is time we dash. And your options are A. It is time we discussed the matter. B. It is time that we discussed the matter. C. It is time enough that the matter was discussed. And the correct answer is, it is time we discussed the matter. Now, question D, again the same. You have to read each sentence with the instructions given along with it. And the second question is, Rohit said to his friends, "Did you watch the movie yesterday?" And your options given are A. Rohit asked his friends if they watched the movie the previous day. B. Rohit asked his friends whether or not they watched the movie the day before. C. Rohit asked his friends if they had watched the movie the day before. And the correct answer for this question is Rohit asked his friends if they had watched the movie the day before. Question D. Once again, same. Read the sentences and the instructions that are given in the brackets along with it. The third question is walk fast, else we will reach only after the shop closes. And you have to begin the sentence with if. A. If you walk slowly, we will reach only after the shop closes. B. If you do not walk fast, we will reach only after the shop closes. C. If you walk fast, we will reach before the shop closes. And the correct answer for this question is if you do not walk fast, we will reach only after the shop closes. Question D. Read each sentence with instructions and choose the correct answer from the options given. Fourth statement, some beans are as nutritious as meat. You have to use more nutritious. You have to use these two words, that is more nutritious. And your options are A. Meat is more nutritious than some beans. B. Some beans are not more nutritious than meat. C. Meat is not more nutritious than some beans. The correct answer is C. Meat is not more nutritious than some beans. And then the same question D. And the sub question fifth. No one can sing as beautifully as Lata Mangeshkar. Rewrite as anyone, I suppose. The question doesn't look complete here. And the options given here are, can there be anyone who can sing as beautifully as Lata Mangeshkar? B. Is there anyone who can sing as beautifully as Lata Mangeshkar? C. Who can sing as beautifully as Lata Mangeshkar? And the correct answer for this question is, who can sing as beautifully as Lata Mangeshkar? Hi Kiran Gaikwad, welcome. You have to just use the question tag, I suppose. You can definitely, predict this from the answer also. Now, the same question D, read each sentence with its instructions and choose the correct answer from the options. The sixth question is, what an idea it is to store water in canes of bamboo. Change this sentence into assertive. And the options are A. It may be a good idea to store water in canes of bamboo. B. It is a great idea to store water in the canes of bamboo. C. It seems a good idea to store water in canes of bamboo. Now answer me for this question. The correct answer for this question is B. It is a great idea to store water in cans of bamboo. This is an assertive statement. किरण गायकवाड़ आपने आंसर नहीं दिया बच्चा क्या हुआ Question D, again the same. Read its sentence with instructions and choose the correct option. Sub question 7. The lady waters her plants with a watering can every day. Begin this sentence with the lady's plants. And the options given are A. The lady's plants are watered by the lady every day with a watering can. B. The lady's plants are watered by her with a watering can every day. C. The lady's plants receive water from her watering can every day. So, what should be the answer of this question? So, what should be the answer for this question? So, the answer is the lady's plants are watered by her with a watering can every day. Okay. Same question, that is question D. Read each sentence with the instructions given. And the sub question is it's a pity that she missed the fun at the gathering. You have to begin this sentence with I wish. And your options are A. I wish she could have fun at the gathering. B. I wish that she would not miss the fun at gathering. C. I wish she had not missed the fun at the gathering. And the correct answer for this question is I wish she had not missed the fun at the gathering. So, friends, with this, we have completed the third test paper, a practice test, okay, a practice test for English language ICSE 10 standard. So, if you are new to the channel, please subscribe and spread a word about this channel to your friends and keep studying with us. Thank you so much for being with me. Keep studying. Happy learning.